Anyway, this was a Wilfred-free kibid. Hi YouTube! Welcome back to the Every Closet YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. It means the world to me that you're just even here right now. And if you want to follow along for the whole video, what we're going to be talking about today is how July 2020 went for our business. So we were still reselling in July, August, and September, even though we weren't posting on YouTube. So sorry about that. That is over for good. But I want to go back over how those months went, some takeaways that we got from them, and our best and worst sales. And then general numbers. And I'm going to do this for July, August, September, and then I'm going to do an overview of the first 6 months, so June to January to June. Then from there on, we can finally do updated videos. So then I'll be able to do an October recap and weekly what solds. And then we can get into every sale so you guys know what all is moving. But let's just go over the highlights of the time that we missed. So hit like, hit subscribe, and join me for that. So first things first, I'm just gonna go over the numbers for July. So July was the first month that we reached over $3,500 in gross sales, so we were really happy about that. We did not experience a summer slowdown, but that makes sense for our business because we started our business in January. So it's just been growing and growing and growing. We've had month-over-month growth every month except August to September, which you'll see. We've just been growing our business, so it kind of makes sense we didn't experience any summer slowdown. I don't think we've been doing this long enough for me to say it doesn't exist or to have any really opinion on it whatsoever. Just these were our highest gross sales months and they happened to be in the summer, and that makes sense because they were the most recent months. We did, for gross sales in July 2020, we did $3,569, which was the highest it's ever been. We listed only around 180 items. I know that I've said publicly before that my goals are to list 20 a day, and they are. I've just never hit that until this month, October. So, oops. We did $2,054 on the Canadian closet, and we did $1,411 on the US closet. And on Facebook Marketplace, which we still very infrequently post to, we did $145. So that was local sales, no fees, but it just doesn't get as much traffic. So yeah, I'm gonna go over what I consider to be some of the best sales, and Ethan can pop up pictures over here so you guys can see what those were, pictures of them. And yeah, I was just really happy with these sales, so let's go over them. The first thing that I was very happy with, and you should always buy if you can get your hands on, buy any Nanette makeup. Always such an amazing, quick, easy, profitable flip. It was not profitable per se for us, I got them for free. So they were obviously a great flip for me. I'm not sure what a thrift store would have charged for new in-box lip glosses, but anyway, they were these City Beauty lip glosses. My mom gave us 5 or 6 of these, and they all sold within the month of July and were posted in the month of July. So they were quick flips. They all sold for $20 to $25 Canadian or US. They sold on both closets for around the same. But yeah, new in-box makeup is absolutely 10 out of 10. You want to source it if you can find a way to. Okay, the next thing was this Icebreaker Cardigan. It was a gray cardigan, and I picked this up at Value Village in June, I believe, and I paid $14 for it, and it sold in a bundle. It sold in a bundle with 2 very good items, but I would consider this around $40 worth of the profit from that bundle. The bundle sold for $100, so $80 profit in US dollars, so I would consider this around $40 US dollars, about half the bundle. So 14 Canadian dollars to 40 US dollars is, yes, exactly what we're looking for. The next nice surprise for me, and now I'm looking for them, not that I found them since, were these men's John Varvatos jeans. So these sold to someone, and I heard that they sell well in California, and and I think they did go to someone in California. But they sold within a week of posting them for $85 US. I was very lucky. I got these from my friend's mom. She's amazing. She gave us a bunch of free stuff. Love her so much. So grateful. She made us, as you'll see, a lot of money that month. I would pay up to 20, maybe even 30 Canadian dollars if they're going to be selling for 85 US. So yeah, Bolo, I suppose, John Varvatos, jeans, men's. Okay, the next item was also from her, so it was also free, but it obviously went very well. These sat for longer than I thought they would, but when they did sell, they sold for $90 US. So thank you so much to Karen who gave us all that stuff. It were these Coach Kids Suede boots in clay. These were basically new in box. I think they'd maybe been worn once. They were gorgeous, and she has small feet, so I think that's why they maybe took a bit longer to sell, but these were like originally $300 and something. So I was so grateful for those. And yeah, if you see something like that in the thrift store, don't sleep on it. The next good sale was just a Torrid top, a gray floral Torrid top. And it wasn't the biggest price sale. Torrid never is, but it was the fastest. And it always is. If you see Torrid and they're charging you less than $8, I'd say always buy it, because you're always going to be able to flip that for at least 20, 25. This sold for $27 US, which is amazing. Flip for us, we paid $4. Yes, please. And it sold really fast, as all Torrid stuff does, because it's super cute and trendy, and most people are Torrid sizes, because that is the average size. Hello, America, wake up. Anyway, the next were these plaid Ralph Lauren boots. These are just an average flip for us, but I just wanted to mainly include in the highlights things we purposefully sourced that sold. So we went out and bought these at a thrift store for $15, and they sold for $40 US. So we made over $20 US in profit, which is our benchmark. We're always going for at least $20 on the things that we source. And so, yeah, that was just a good solid flip. The rain boots selling in July. I'm not mad at it. So, yeah, and they were just super cute and couldn't stay at the thrift, that's for sure. The next thing that sold were also shoes. We did these red Arc'teryx Norvan runners, trail running shoes. Arc'teryx is my favorite brand. I'm officially smitten. We got these at a consignment store for $20, and they sold for $85. So we made like around a $47 profit or something like that, which is nice, double. That's what I would have expected. I listed them, I think, around $120, and I got an $85 offer, took that. These shoes were freaking awesome, and I'm so glad someone got them for $85, because that is a steal. They're $200 sneakers, and I'm so glad that I made a profit off them. Like, you know, it's win-win for everyone and the environment. Okay, I'll get off my little soapbox here. The next one here, and you're gonna hear some Aritzia items be on the disappointing side of our sales in July, but this was the one that went well, and I think what I've taken away from this is you have to be picky with what you pick up from Aritzia. Anyway, this was a Wilfred Free Kibid alpaca wool sweater dress, and it was brown and it had pockets, and I think because it had alpaca and wool in it, that's why it was a reasonably good flip. We paid $9 for it, and it sold for $40, so that we made our requisite $20 profit, and I liked that flip, especially comparing it, like, it was the best Aritzia flip we've had that we've went out and sourced. So I'm being a lot more picky with Aritzia these days, but that was a good flip. If something has alpaca in it, probably pick it up, you know? Next were these Anthropologie, just the brand was just by Anthropologie. Anthropologie. Sorry, I just went through a whole traumatic week of researching for Anthropologie. It was a good time. Check out my Instagram if you want to see the results of that. It was, yep, complicated. Anyway, I'm gonna digress. These Malcolm plaid pants were so cute. And we picked them up for $12 at a consignment store, and they sold for $50, so we love that. Good flip. Yay, yay. Next is this Nanette Lapore 2-piece bikini set. I picked this up at a thrift store, I'm not sure which one, for $10, and it sold for $43. So yay, yay, awesome. The next highlight of this month for sure for me was this 18-piece bundle. It sold for $157 on the Canadian Closet, and it only had items that we got from $10 bags or for free. So that is why we keep doing the $10 bag things, is because people come and they make these bundles, and we made $120 off that and probably paid a total of $10 into it. There was a bunch of books, there was a bunch of t-shirts and things. There were some nice things, but all from $10 bags. And so it's sales like that that keep us doing that. It's so hard to beat that cost of goods. It's like, it's cheaper than the bins kind of thing, but you don't get to pick what you get. But as long as people keep buying bundles like this, I can't justify stopping, you know? Anyway, and then the last best thing we got was this Anthropologie Pilcrow on the letterpress quilted puffer jacket. This thing was gorgeous. I got it at a consignment store for $20. I listed it at $85. It had like 50 likes. No, that's not true. It had a lot of likes and had a lot of attention. It sold in 3 weeks. I went back and forth with someone. We landed on $65. So we would have made, I don't know what, 48? But anyway, that's like a $28 profit, which was pretty good. It was very popular. I could have held out a bit more, but I really wanted a sale, so I accepted the offer. And honestly, it was so popular. I almost feel like I should have listed it for more. Pilcrow on the letterpress jeans, they're okay. I think I put them on the tier 4 of my Anthro posts. But Pilcrow on the letterpress jackets and sweaters and non-jeans are awesome. I think it's for the same reason, I believe, as the By Anthropologie brand is, and that's because it's very explicitly from Anthropologie, so no one has to wonder if the thing that they're buying was actually sold in Anthropologie, because there's a lot of mistagging that goes on around this Poshmark town, as you would have found out from my Instagram posts. So those were some of our best sales from July. I liked all those very much. Now let's go over, and I think we can all learn maybe even a bit more from these, some of the worst sales. And they don't mean the lowest profit. They don't mean we didn't make our $20. They don't mean anything like that at all. They mean I estimated they would have sold for more. Or I made a mistake and I shouldn't have bought something. That's what I feel like you guys need to know about. That's what I need to reflect on, and so we can make better sourcing decisions in the future. Again, we made good money on this, but I would have assumed it would have sold for more. So it's good to know. It was this Hugo Boss silk v-neck brown men's shirt. Silk, Hugo Boss, right? This sold for $35 US. It did sell rather quickly, but I would have expected this to sell for at least $50, you know? And 35 US bumps it up a bit because it's US dollars and the conversion helps us very much. But yeah, I would have expected more from this. We still got a very good profit on it because it was free. Thank you again, Karen, you're awesome. I love you. Yeah, so obviously that went well for us, but if I had seen this at a consignment store and sourced it, I would have been paying at least $10, $15, and then I'm not sure that's worth it at that point. The second one is this Nuitags Eileen Fisher piece. This sold in a bundle. It sold in a bundle with the Icebreaker cardigan, which I thought did well, but then this Eileen Fisher piece I thought didn't do as great. This Eileen Fisher piece was new with tags, and so I think I priced it around 80 or 90, and it sold in that bundle. So I got a total of $80 US in that bundle. So I consider them each pretty much half, $40 US, and we paid $15 for that. So when I was paying $15 for a Nuitags Eileen Fisher sweater, I was just expecting more out of it. Obviously we got like our minimum from it, We got a good profit. I'm not mad at it. I'm not so sure about picking up new Tags Eileen Fisher sweaters anymore. Next was another piece from my cousin, and this is only on the disappointment side to teach us a lesson about Frankie's bikinis, because in June we sold a Frankie's bikinis that people literally fought over for $85. And that was from nothing, because it was from my cousin. You're amazing. You beautiful, amazing human. Frankie's bikinis is such a bolo. You want to pick it up, but you want to be careful with condition. So the Frankie's bikini that sold for $85 versus this one, which is the one I'm talking about right now, sorry, is this pink Isla set, sold for $46 US. I was just, like, that's a difference of $40. That's almost half of a difference. Like, I would have, if you're sourcing, you would have paid very different amounts for something that's gonna sell for $85 versus $45, right? So the difference between these two bikinis, and I think the lesson we can all learn from this, is you could almost not tell that it was a Frankie's bikinis. In the other set, the logo Frankie's bikinis had not rubbed off at all. It was pristine. It was like almost new, perfectly worn. In this one, not only had the label worn off a little bit in the back of both the top and the bottom, but because of the pattern, it was really hard to read Frankie's bikinis off it. So I think when people are buying these designer bikinis, they're buying them because of the brand name, right? So given that you couldn't really read the word Frankie's bikinis on this particular one, I think that's why it did about half as good as the one before it. However, it was obviously a very nice profit for us. And thank you very much. It was amazing. Thank you. Next. This Faith Connection top was just a fail. I looked it up. They sell for like $500 on Farfetch. So I bought it at Value Village for probably $10. And I ended up letting it go for $15 US. So that's maybe a $2-3 profit. No, not what we're going for. I think I originally listed this thing at like $75. No one wanted it. It sat 4 months. I was just wrong. So, Faith Connection spelled with an X, retails for a lot. The resale value just isn't there. And I've had 2 pieces from it now. I still have the other one. Just don't pick it up, probably. You could probably get money for it. I don't know. It did not work in my closet. That's what we know for sure. And then this was another huge fail on my part. I don't know what I was thinking. I got this quite early on in reselling. It was an Alfred Sung maroon tunic pleated shirt. I paid $5 for it. It sold for 15 Canadian dollars. That is a $5 profit. That is not what we're going for. I think, back then I think I had this mindset of like, well, it's $5. Like, someone will pay me more than $5. And yes, someone did pay me more than $5. But when you're only making $5 profit and you're storing, you're photoing, you're listing, you're sharing that item over and over again, that is not what we want. $5 profit is not worth that amount of time, right? No. So that's why we have our $20 minimum that we aim for when we're sourcing. And this was just a good lesson. Alfred Sung, I've had other pieces by them too, from $10 bags and stuff. I would not pick it up in the thrift. Next was another thing that I didn't even pay for. So obviously it was an amazing flip, but I expected more from it. So it was this FM Canada brown leather matching skirt and jacket set. It's genuine leather skirt, leather jacket. So cute. So good material, Like, I expected so much from this. They sold in a bundle. I couldn't tell you exactly how much it sold for. I'm gonna say that this was about $50 of that bundle. And I had originally listed this at like $150 because, hello, matching set, leather, genuine leather, But, I didn't buy it, nor would I have even recognized it in the thrift. I probably would have gone right by it. I think I probably could have got more for this matching leather set. I think it's just a very niche thing. So I think it's something that's just, those types of things are going to sit for a while. Like, how often is someone looking for that? Not super often. And obviously I didn't even pay for it, so it was an amazing flip for me personally, but in the thrift, I would have been disappointed because I totally would have paid like $20 and that wouldn't have been a great idea. The next bad flip, and I knew this when I bought it. I bought it for myself. I wore it once. My bad. Was this Columbia blue plaid shacket. I bought it for like $15 probably. Columbia's way marked up at my Value Villages. So stupid. And it sold for $34. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a bad flip. I just loved it. It was the problem. Sometimes I just really like things, and this is so my style. I really liked it. I wanted to wear it. But then someone sent us like a semi-reasonable offer, and I was like, honestly, yeah, that is the comps for this. Like, I'm not going to get more than that for a Columbia shirt jacket. So yeah, you can have it. This next kind of bummer thing was this Azure Skies, which is an Aritzia brand, of denim overalls. Aritzia denim overalls. Like, would you not have expected more from these? They sold for 25 Canadian dollars and they sat for around 3-4 months. I paid like $15 for them because I was like, I listed them for 50 or 60 or even. I expected them to go. I thought they were so cute. They were absolutely not my size. So that wasn't going to work as an alternative plan. I had to let them go for $25 and that would have been like a $6-7 profit. Again, not ideal. But I learned from it, and again, be really picky with Aritzia. And last, this was a good profit. Do not get me wrong. But I expected more. This was a Lululemon Tweed Apre jacket. It's like multicolored pastels, so cute. I saw this. I paid $20 for it. I thought it was like definitely gonna sell for over $100. I was like, this is great. I had it listed at like $120 or something. I thought it was amazing. And it sold for $75 in a bundle with one other item. Was it a bad flip? No. Did I make my $20? Yes, I made my $40. But, you know, look at this thing. I thought this was amazing. I thought it was an amazing find. I thought I'd found gold. But, I don't know. Maybe it was the size? I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what was wrong with this. Does anyone else know? Like, why this Apre style didn't do as well? Or, like, was I just expecting too much? Is like, Stephanie, $75 is great. You're being ridiculous. Anyway, so those were some of our best and some of our worst flips from July. The next few videos will also be recap videos of August, September, and then I want to go over the first 6 months of our reselling journey. What I can't tell you from our numbers here is what our cost of goods was minus that. So we grossed, again, $35.69, which was amazing. But what was our cost of goods minus from that? I don't know, because our cost of goods aren't really like that most of the time. As you saw, we were given a bunch of things that sold for free and a bunch of things sold from $10 bags. So when that's the case, it's really hard to parse out what our cost of goods was. But what I'm planning to do in the 6-month recap video and what I'll do in a 1-year recap video is our annual net. So like what we spent on the business in total versus what we made on the business in total. And we've obviously been growing the closet. We've been investing right back into the closet pretty much as soon as we make money. So that's the trend for the first year. I think that's the trend for the first year of a lot of businesses. Probably why starting as part-time is a great idea. But anyway, I digress for today. That is how our July went. It was our best month ever until August. So we'll see you next time. We'll go over August. And then finally, one day we'll be up to date. Take care, guys.